And getting on. Let's try again. Hi, everybody. I hope you can see me. I'm having a lot of trouble with Facebook, but hopefully this is working. It's getting a little crazy. I'm just gonna roll with it. Hope you're having a nice night. Today we are doing the 4-week challenge, midterm kind of check-in, and I am really hoping we're gonna get through this thing and everything's gonna go well. So I'm just going to check real quick with my team, make sure things are okay, and then we'll begin because it looks funny on my screen right here, right now. But okay, great, hallelujah. All right. Well, I hope you are all doing well. This is the 4-week check-in period for the 8-week challenge. How does the quality look, Elena? Does it look okay? Because it looks terrible on my side. But either way, hi Cindy. We're just gonna roll with it and hopefully it will be fine. Hi Kate, how are you? It's nice to see you. All right, so we'll wait for a couple more people to join in. It looks perfect? Okay, great, awesome. So it is week 4 of the 8-week challenge, and I really hope that you guys who are joining or perhaps joining later are starting to really understand. Yeah, it's my internet too. Well, it says to check my internet, but it looks good from here, so we're just gonna hope and pray. This has been a weird day. But anyhow, I hope things are starting to really kind of sink in and you're getting a rhythm going with the 8-week challenge. Having the food very, very simple. You really should only have to make 1 meal a day, and that should be dinner. And you should be in some kind of a rhythm by now, kind of shake bar, lean and green dinner, getting your water, getting your supplements in. So hopefully we're starting to make some progress on that. So let me know how you're doing as we go through, and hopefully we'll be able to help each other out during this progress of this challenge. Okay. So something that's really important to do, which I think I've neglected to talk about, and that is weighing yourself. So a lot of people ask me, how often should you weigh yourself? And really, during the weight loss period, I don't like people weighing every day. I think a lot of times they can get obsessive with it, and it tends to work against you. But once a week is fine. So take your weight once a week and do it first thing in the morning. Many of you know this. Do it first thing in the morning, and preferably without any clothes on before you ate or drank anything. That's called a dry weight, and that is the weight that will be the most accurate. Okay? And then the other thing that you may want to do, and that I do at my office, is I have people take measurements. And hopefully you have one of these measuring tapes, something like it. And you just want to take your chest all the way around, and then your waist right there, smallest part, and then your hips are the biggest part that goes around. I used to have trouble measuring that. I don't know why, but anyhow. And then just write them down, because sometimes it doesn't show up in the scale, but it shows up in inches. You can tell your clothes fit better, and that's another way of being able to tell your progress. All right? So I wanted to make sure you knew that. And then also, I wanted to kind of catch up and just see how the progress is going with the videos and if they're helping you. So let's reflect on how far you've come in the last 4 weeks. So one of the first things I want to ask is, are you into that rhythm? Are you doing your shake bar, lean and green, and then just getting your water in and your supplements? Hopefully that's the case. I have been doing this along with you. I will show you. I got all my supplements right next to me. I'm done with the chromium. I need to get some more because, this is a candy season. It's hard. We got to stay on top of that or we're going to be in trouble. So, so important to get that rhythm going, and also to plan ahead before you go. Make sure that you have things all set up in a lunchbox or something like that, freezer bag, something that you can take it to work with you. Never ever leave the house without anything. I have squished up, bars and melted bars all over my dashboard in my car and at my office. I have, the shakes, which you can pretty much take anywhere, and it's getting cooler here in upstate New York, so you can, well, not today, but most days, you can usually leave it in your car and it'll be okay. So don't ever go unprepared, right? Failing to plan is planning to fail. That is absolutely true. And okay, so that's number one. Number two is, have you increased your movement? So I don't know if you remember me talking about, whatever you're doing, if you're exercising, keep doing it. But if you are not, just get more steps in. So any way you can count your steps, increase your non-exercise activity. We'll be talking about that soon. And that's just kind of like, keeping yourself moving while you're working, getting a yoga ball, walking instead of, walking in, parking further away, walking up the stairs instead of taking the elevator. We did have a post on that. But the more you can do to kind of keep your movement going, the better. So try to aim for initially 5,000 steps and then eventually try to get up to 10,000, which is about 3 miles or more for most people. Okay. The other thing is, are you being optimistic? We did talk about that. It may sound foolish, but it does help. Remember, optimism decreases steps. It improves your mood, and it can help you live longer. So, and the other thing about being optimistic is you actually can kind of fake it till you make it. Being optimistic will make you have a better outlook on life. And people like to hire optimistic people. So it does help you in the long term with life. So keep going with that. How are you doing with your sugar and cravings? May not be for sugar, may be for salt. Kate is doing great. Yay! That's so hard when you're at work and people are having, foods that are bad for you and ordering them. They do it at our office, which is ridiculous. I mean, come on, we're a weight loss place. Everybody knows that. But we sometimes have very naughty foods, and you have to be really careful not to engage. And it does help. You said you kept drinking your shake, and that's awesome. It helps to go prepared, and then that way you got an alternative, and you're not sort of succumbing to that kind of pressure. All right. So, and then, what is your why? We talked about that too. What is your why? Why are you doing this? I'm doing it right now with you because I think this is a great time to kind of get fit before the holidays, and we can always use some toning. And I haven't been super great in the summertime with my eating, so I opened the door and kept it open, which was bad, but it's closed now, and I'm doing this along with you. I feel so much better when I'm eating nice and clean and getting all the carbs and sugar out. I really feel a lot better. Okay, so understand your why. And we had a nice lively talk on Facebook about this, and people had some great whys, and a lot of them were about, being able to play with their kids or grandkids or to move without pain, all those kind of things. Certainly worth it. And I think we've talked previously about, 1 pound of weight loss is 10 pounds off your back of pressure and 6 off your knees and hips. So it really does help the pain quite a bit. Okay. So today we talked about taking the stairs. So when I was younger, there was this model. Her name was Carol Alt, and she was just gorgeous. She used to be a ballerina, had a ballerina figure. But then she stopped exercising and she started modeling. And all she did for exercise was just take stairs. That was it. She said I never take the elevator. I always take the stairs wherever I am. And she parked further away, and that was her exercise. So it really is a great way to increase your cardio and to increase your steps and burn calories. All right. And then finally, are you taking your supplements? Okay, so I got mine right here. You got the Phyto Multi, awesome multivitamin. Always take this with food. It's equivalent to 7 servings of vegetables, and a lot of us can't get that in. I have a different fish oil than you do. I have the old ones. We all get stuck with the old stuff. We don't really use this brand anymore, but I take it. But you should be taking 1 a day of the fish oil, and hopefully you've noticed they are easily tolerated. You don't burp anything up. They're conjugated to triglycerides, and fish oil is so good for you in so many ways. Increases metabolism, helps your joints. It actually helps. It helps with metabolism, joint health, and then just general well-being. Increases your good cholesterol, decreases your bad. Lots and lots of benefits to that. And then hopefully you're all taking vitamin D, which is incredibly important now that we're having all sorts of viruses going around. And D is fat soluble. You want to take the D with the K so that it gets absorbed into your bones. And then my favorite, this Ultra Flora Balance probiotic. Boy, words are hard today. This probiotic is so good because it pretty much covers everything, switches bad flora to good, fat gaining bacteria to fat losing bacteria, and puts everything in the right ratio. I have noticed since I've been taking this probiotic for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years now, rarely do I get sick when other people do. It really does increase your immune system. It makes you in a good mood. It increases serotonin, helps you sleep, and obviously helps with weight loss. So we love that. I don't have my chromium, but the chromium is probably one of the most important things you have there, especially as you wean from carbs. You want to take it 1 to 3 times a day with meals. And then once you're kind of off of it, you can just do it once a day just to make sure it stays that way, or you can even stop it and see how you do. Okay? All right. So I am here today to pretty much congratulate you for making it 4 weeks. Good job making it to the halfway point, and then just to encourage you to keep going because it is hard. You know, as Kate was showing us, you're trying to be so good, and then you're in the office and someone brings in some bad food, or you're as with me, I get home so late at night on my long days, and it's hard to get the food in early enough and to not eat too late. So you've got to just stay on top of it. And if your schedule is like mine, where you have longer days, try to do your big meal in the middle maybe, and then the supplements afterwards. That works really well. Okay, so keep going. If you're struggling, keep drinking. You want to get 64 to 82 ounces of water a day, and not go above 120. You can get your sodium too low if you do that, and not go below, because then, in a high protein diet like this, you're going to get constipation, and you want to be able to stay hydrated to get rid of the fat. There's a million reasons to do that. All right, so I think I'm done with that, and I just wanted now kind of take some time to answer some questions, and I have a few here that were already sent. So if you have any, just put them in on the side here, and even if you come later and are on the rebroadcast and you have some questions, I'll keep an eye out for them and I'll answer them later. So just keep watching and I'll make sure you get them. All right, so the first one we got, looks like you guys are okay. I'm just going to check real quick, but it looks like everything's good. Yes. Okay. All right. So one of the questions is, my friend wants to join, and what should she do? We're kind of at the 4-week mark, and this is a simple one. If you have friends or buddies that want to support you, family members, they can just take this video or go to our Instagram site and just DM me their email address. And also, if you could add the first and last name, it just makes it easier for us to send things, and we like to be personal and use your first name. So that would be so helpful. And you can even join the last 2 weeks if you want to, just to kind of get a couple of weeks under your belt. There really is no reason why you can't pop in at any time. And if you're struggling, I think the next question is, what do I do if I start to lose my motivation? And, it happens, right? Especially when you're thrown with, got some darts coming at you while you're trying to be good. But what you do is you wake up the next morning and you consider it a new day. You don't beat yourself up, and you just get back on your plan. Okay. So, and that part can happen anytime. And I think this is a good lesson. We got 8 weeks here, 4 more left. It's a good time period to just make sure you don't send yourself in the wrong direction, or allow yourself to be sent in the wrong direction, and just get back on the horse. I always say, have the blinders on, don't look to the left, don't look to the right, keep going, and make sure that you're just, heading towards the finish. Everybody has struggles sometimes, especially during this time of the year when things are just getting into a new rhythm. So it's okay. This is totally a no judgment zone. If you see me at my office, you know that we don't ever judge or give anybody a hard time. We know how hard it is. We all, we're all human. We all have very similar struggles, if not with food, with other areas. Many people do. So just do the best you can to not beat yourself up and to get back on track. Okay, so can I keep this going after 8 weeks was another question. And absolutely you can. What we're trying to teach you, and I'm going to tell you, this is what I follow. So whenever I go on vacation and I let myself kind of open up the doors a little bit to the things I don't normally eat or drink, then what I do is I go, and I love to go right back to my partial plan. That's what this is called, where I'm doing shakes and bars and just have to worry about one meal. It feels cleaner. I know I'm getting all my nutrients in, and it's a great way to live. So we will be having other challenges at different times throughout the year. So keep an eye out, but you can keep, doing this as long as you want to, as long as you're, following the plan and keeping a close eye if you're on any weight related medications. Make sure you check in with your doctor, because as you lose weight, your blood pressure goes down. You might not need that medicine. As you lose weight, your cholesterol goes down. You might not need that medicine. Your pulmonary functions improve, so you may not need your CPAP. If you have fatty liver, that gets better. If you have kidney stones that are uric acid related or gout, that gets better. So there are so many things that you can get off of that you may not need. Okay, diabetic medications. Again, super important to talk to your doctor if you've lost anywhere over 10 pounds, and just make sure that they're keeping a close eye on your numbers and getting rid of the things that you may not need. Okay? Okay, and then finally, and I know Kate was interested in this, do you have any recipes to help with dinner? So I do, and I'm excited to send these out. We've had these for a bit, and Martha and I created this a while back. Whoops, can you see it? And it has all the nutritional values, the calories, carbs, fat, and protein in the servings, and all of these are lean and green type dinners. So we'll be sending these to you if you DM us the word recipe, and we'll make sure you get them. Okay? But there's all sorts of different things in here. They're all awesome. I've tasted them all, and we actually tweaked a little bit a while back doing this. It was a lot of fun. And so hopefully you'll get to enjoy those. So just make sure you're able to DM us the word recipe, and we'll be all set. And finally, if you want to join or know someone that wants to join, again, just have them DM us their email address with their first and last name, if you don't mind, and we will get them started as soon as possible, because there's still 4 weeks to go, and you can still lose considerable amount of weight in 4 weeks. All right. So I think I've said everything I need to say. Hopefully, if you are watching this now or watching it afterwards, that you get the information you need to. Please feel free to ask questions along the way. And if you're having any struggles or hardships, let me know, and I will personally send you a note back and let you know how I would attack that issue that you have. Okay? So I'm all set. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and just keep going. Don't get off. 4 more weeks. You can do anything for 4 weeks, right? Why not lose weight and eat healthy? It will last a lifetime. All right? Take care now. We'll see you soon.